Roger begins with the big holiday film Flash Gordon.
Well, Flash Gordon is a movie that doesn't just remind you of those Saturday matinee serials that Buster Crabbe used to make back in the 1930s. This movie is practically a remake of them. I guess the film's producers decided that since they couldn't compete with the sensational special effects of movies like The Empire Strikes Back, they wouldn't even try. Instead, in Flash Gordon, we get a tacky new color version of what almost looks like, what do you know, those space operas from the 1930s. A bizarre extravaganza that looks like the funny pages hit the fan. In the new version, Flash Gordon is a quarterback for the New York Jets. He and his girlfriend, Dale Arden, innocently stumble aboard a rocket ship piloted by the mad scientist Dr. Zarkov.
Flash, I'm sure that's Dr. Hans Zarkov.
Who?
He's a crazy scientist. I saw him on TV and he kept talking about an attack on the Earth. They kicked him out of NASA. Dr. Zarkov.
Enough.
Are you crazy?
Unfortunately not. The attack has begun. I estimate we have 11 days before our moon crashes down and destroys us. I need aid in taking off.
Taking off? From where?
Up there, where it's coming from. I need one person to keep the foot on that red pedal during blastoff. You have the lighter. Sit down. You may leave. Tell the world what Hans Zarkov has done.
Well, I guess I'll be running along now. You lunatic! Dale!
Crazy! Crazy man! Close the door!
Sit down! Keep it on the red pedal of the G-forces will kill us all.
I got him moving!
That spaceship going through the roof of that little model there looks about as realistic as the old Captain Video TV serial back on TV in the 50s. The spaceship crash lands, anyway, on Mongo in the domain of the evil Emperor Ming the Merciless, who quickly takes our heroes captive. Despite his troubles, Flash can't resist flirting with a pretty girl in this next scene, even when he's imprisoned on another world in the clutches of a sadistic space emperor who's been toying with the destinies of planet Earth. That's how they talk in this movie. Here's Ming's big entrance.
Come along, Fellini. Hey, remember me?
Who are you?
Flash Gordon, quarterback, New York Jets.
Dale Arden, Your Highness. Live and let live. That's my motto.
My name is Hans Zarkov. I'm a scientist. I kidnapped them here in an effort to save our planet Earth.
An obscure body in the SK system, the satellite which has been giving you so much amusement recently.
But why? We are only interested in friendship. Why do you attack us?
Why not?
Pathetic earthlings, hurling your bodies out into the void without the slightest inkling of who or what is out here. If you had known anything about the true nature of the universe, anything at all, you would have hidden from it in terror.
That's Max von Sydow as Ming the Merciless. He's come a long way since he used to work for Ingmar Bergman. That scene pretty much gives you the flavor of Flash Gordon, which is deliberately old-fashioned and corny. Everybody stands around saying ridiculous things, wearing ridiculous costumes and capes and hats. The funny thing is, for all of its absurdity, I kind of like Flash Gordon. It's so silly, so outlandish, and so deliberately dim-witted that it's kind of fun.
Well, I like what you describe in theory, a film that puts on the genre, makes fun of the science fiction film, and sure, we could use that kind of a picture with the seriousness of the Star Wars picture and Star Trek and all that stuff. I just don't think this is the film. I looked at the same film you did and had come to a totally different conclusion, that the film starts out with cute characters. He's the quarterback, supposedly, for the New York Jets. She's a travel agent, Dale Arden, that is. A cute premise, sort of like Superman, putting on a little bit. Then it doesn't go anywhere for me. I thought of comparing this, let's say, to the movie Airplane, which made fun of the disaster pictures, and I don't think this is anything like Airplane.
Well, this movie is not as good as Airplane, and I'm fond of it. I don't think it's great. I just sort of like it. But at least they didn't try to just outdo Star Wars. They took a slightly different approach.
That would be tough to do it.
Well, it would, but toward the end of this film, for example, when their spaceship comes in, their other spaceship, it looks like one of those little Hoover vacuum cleaners you used to pull around on the floor, you know. It's attacked by the Hawkmen with wings, and they hit it with their swords, and you wonder, why doesn't it just accelerate and leave? And
I just wasn't laughing
scenes
at
like that, I was really kind of amused.
But I wasn't laughing in those. I was a little bit bored by the action stuff. And, you know, what I'd object to is if you're rewarding a film that doesn't try hard for not trying hard.
Well, now, you just miss all the fun when you talk like that. I'll just put it this way. If this is the cutoff point, I think Flash Gordon comes in just above the cutoff. It's just barely worth seeing. How's that?
Not hard enough.
Not hard enough.
Okay.
Flash Gordon is a tacky extravaganza that's dumb but entertaining. I sort of liked it. Gene says no, he thinks it's only an insipid cartoon.